Imagine hitting a perfect uchimata or seonage, osoto, ogoshi, whatever your preferred throw is, every single time you're sparring, you're doing randori, you're in a competition, you're wrestling, jiu-jitsu, every single time. Well, I'm going to take you through the workout using a grappling dummy that I use that really helps sharpen my throws to increase the chance of success with the throw. Also, I'm going to take you through a upper body workout which helps me become 300 times better than my competition. Let's get into it. Hey guys, so we just now recorded a video, talking head video about like the grappling dummy, benefits on that. I'm going to be doubling down on that because I really believe in how a grappling dummy helps improve your judo, man. I'm going to share some amazing stories, but just 5 months into my judo journey, I had my first competition, and I won first place, and I got 2 ippons from Uchimata. And it's because I would literally spend hours doing like hundreds of reps on my grappling dummy with Uchimata until I mastered it. So it's really just the reps, man. Repetition is the father of learning. All right, we're going to get ready to go to the gym, hit some upper body, and we're going to film at least one set of each exercise I do. I'm really getting my bench press up, which I'm happy about. Today's Saturday. I didn't hit the gym at all, so hopefully my strength hasn't gone down. Hopefully I at least can maintain like 185. But I might hit like 180 for a couple of reps, like working sets on incline bench, but we'll see. We'll head to the gym right now. The main struggle was not being in tune enough when it came to both my skill and my strength, going up against pretty much any opponent. Because the truth is, once I really, and this came with lots of practice, randori and such, once I truly understand what the synergy between your skill and your strength combined, that's where the magic happens on the mat. So how does this look like? This looks like when you're fighting somebody and they're posting, they're so hard to get past their defense and actually do your throw. When you have your strength synergized with your technique and your momentum, you know how to like break through and almost force the throw no matter how strong your opponent's defense is, and that will cause you to win more matches. But before I discovered that, like my Osotos, especially my Uchimata, it was such a hard throw to learn. I could never land that throw. I'd always end up in a Ken situation. Yeah, literally after I ordered my grappling dummy, and that's when the real like exponential progress started kicking in. It allowed me to get extra reps on top of the dojo on my own to really dial in my form, my kazushi, my footwork, my hips, and I went from a Ken Uchimata to actually being able to lift my opponent both feet off the ground. And it's really all in the hips. Guys, I'm telling you, you need to freaking buy a grappling dummy. If you don't have one already, you either are coming across my channel for the first time or you're not really serious about your judo improvement, because I swear by it, a grappling dummy will exponentially improve your judo. It's the barrier between where you're at now and reaching that advanced level of judo that you so seek. I'm a competitive guy. I don't like to lose. I hate that feeling of losing. You just feel like ashamed, disappointed. It puts you in a low frequency. So after I ordered my grappling dummy, I felt like this was the solution to not losing as much. Because, I mean, you're always going to lose, but if I could just significantly improve the rate at which I lose, my life would be better. And the grappling dummy was that solution. But after the first week was really awkward. I couldn't get the hang of it. I have footage, but it's lost. I remember I filmed like when I was first getting the hang of Uchimata. I remember I set up like a mat in my patio. It was like a fall afternoon. I had a white Under Armour hoodie on. And I was doing higher reps. And I was really trying to master like the Ono Uchimata, like bringing your head down, making it really flexible like that. And each rep that went, I started like becoming more and more explosive. It went from just like a leg lock lift, because that's what the beginners mostly do, is like treat Uchimata like a leg to leg type throw, like a hook, but it's not really like that. It's really, you're getting your hips involved. And I just made it more explosive, bringing my head down more, pulling the sleeve hand, and my form, my footwork, everything just worked itself out. Like it was a form of self-discovery. And that's the beauty of spending time with the dummy creates, is you discover that on your own. And most of all, you discover your own flow, your own style of throwing. For me, doing this on top of going to the dojo and doing randori twice a week, I was getting good really fast. And by the way, if you are someone who is struggling through judo and you've been watching my content for a while, you want to bring it to that next level, but you just been stagnating, your progress is plateauing, go to the top link in the description. That is a link to book a call with me to see if you are qualified for my one-on-one coaching, where I will handhold you through the process and create a custom program to make sure that you reach all your judo goals and you master your throws, you learn how to train with the dummy, you improve your cardio, you gain more muscle, and you start dominating on the mat as a advanced judoka would. Cool. All right, guys, so we just finished upper body. As you guys saw, we hit some neck at the end. Kind of felt not weak. I mean, I hit a new PR. I hit 175 pounds on the incline for 15 reps instead of 12 reps, which was the last time I attempted it. So we're getting stronger, but I've just felt more tired lately because of all the landscaping work I've been doing. I've been helping my dad with landscaping. Last week we worked 5 days out of the week. So, and then we did judo twice. So I'm freaking physically exhausted, and it can show. Like I felt tired throughout the workout today and yesterday when I was doing randori. I mean, other than cardio being pretty low, the physical exertion was pretty high. But anyways, it's pretty cloudy. It's not raining yet. So we're gonna get a grappling dummy workout. We're going to aim for 50 to 100 reps, 100 throws, and we might throw in some HIIT cardio in there. You gotta fit stuff around your schedule. You gotta just work your way around everything, and I don't like to miss days because then I feel like I'm slacking and it shows in my performance. So let's go. So we're gonna do 50 grappling dummy throws. I'll see if I feel up to doing some sprints. I'm gonna stretch out before I do the last 25 reps. Now the breakthrough moment. After week 3, that's pretty much when I started getting the hang of throwing the dummy. And I remember going to practice and I was partnering up with my friend Joey. He has my name too. And he was around 190 pounds. And at the time I was like hovering around like 170 to 180. So he was slightly heavier. I remember how smoothly the Uchimata transitioned from the grappling dummy to throwing him. And just like 2 weeks before that, my Uchimata was crappy. It wasn't like a hip throw. It was literally like coming outside of him and lifting my leg and him like hopping and landing like a Ken Uchimata. And I always got frustrated. I didn't like how that looked. I wanted to lift him clean off the ground. And I finally did. And I never would have achieved, maybe I eventually would have from throwing at the dojo so many times, but it would have taken me way longer because we were only training twice a week. By buying a dummy and doing tons of reps on my own, it sped up the process at which I learned the little minuscule and nuances and tweaks to my Uchimata. I'm telling you guys, if you want to get good fast and master throws fast, you need to buy a good dummy. Shoot me a message on Instagram at Joey Gonzalez and ask me for the list of, I have like 5 or 6 grappling dummies that I recommend for all my followers, exclusive. So go ahead and message me there and I'll send you guys some links on Amazon. Okay guys, that's 25 more, 50. We're done. That's why I like doing higher rep range, because the more reps you do, you start like discovering more nuances about your technique, and your technique improves versus doing like 5 and quitting. Most of you guys get discouraged after like doing 5 reps. You don't get the hang of it and then you don't want to do any more. But I'm telling you, growth is in the longevity of this. The longer you're in it, the more you'll grow and the more you'll discover about your technique and stuff. That's the only way. Repetition is the father of learning. Okay, so now we're gonna do pyramid sprints from that bush, or at least my grappling dummy, to not disturb the mother robin, and this point right here. So I'm gonna do 15. So it's basically ascending order. So I'm gonna do 1, and then 2 down and back, 3 down and back, all the way to 15. You'll see. That's why it's called like a pyramid, because it's ascending reps. Let's go. I'm all sweaty. It's like summer, 90-degree weather. We did our 50 throws on a grappling dummy. Now we're gonna go chill. That's pretty much it for the workout, man. We did our cardio, we did our technical work, and we did our strength training. Just gonna work on some content, and that's honestly pretty much it. And we're back in our original seat as when we started. It's 5:30 p.m. And it's pretty much the day. Yeah, if you enjoyed, give it a like, subscribe if you're new. And again, if you guys want help and you want to improve your judo fast within the next 90 to 180 days, just like I did, and you like my methods, the grappling dummy, in the gym, mindset, consistency, not making excuses, going to Randori at least twice a week, etc., and you want to get there faster, go to the description. The first link in there is to book a call with me. See the questions if you're qualified, and we'll chat and see if you're a good fit for my program. You can also message me on Instagram for the grappling dummies, or just ask me like anything you need more info on. I'll see you guys in the next video.